Sangami.
Namo tassa
Tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo
Namo
tassa
tassa
bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Namo
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato
arahato
sama
samma
sambuddhassa.
sambuddhassa. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today we have the class. I guess you already know about the topic that we were sharing our experience and make a lecture for you, a student who are joining to mindfulness meditation program. So, first of all, I would like to express the gratitude to join in our program. But this program is not the same the others program because this program is to focus understanding the Buddha teachings, especially the main Buddha teachings. For example, you can study the psychology and philosophy or the other things anyways. But the Buddha teaching it has to understand mindset. So this subject is not the same the others. So that's the reason why. Thank you so much for joining our program. And after that, um, today we have a special lecture that I also invite the most member, Penyati Bhavana. He is a normally he is in USA. He's the Anapanasati. Ismi is a meditation master and also studied the University of West. So he has experience about the sharing the meditation techniques as well. And I also sharing my experience in the academic session and also to the concerning of our topics. So before I may invite to the most river, I would like to invite you all to practice meditation. That's a 15 minutes. And after that, we'll um, study our class. So now, I would like to invite you all to practice meditation, 15 minutes. I will make it there. So we will start. microphone.
Choose microphone. Okay, microphone.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So the time to start our lecture. So today, the topic
Yes.
is
Sati
Bhavana.
Bhavana.
Anapanasati Bhavana. Sati Bhavana.
Okay. Our topic is the Anapanasati Bhavana. So this is basically a study about the Anapanasati Sutta. So now I would like to invite most venerable Penyadika Bengaras to sharing and teaching about the lectures. Okay.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. And yeah, I'm Venerable Panyadika Langara, as introduced by Venerable Dr. Neminda. And first of all, I'd like to thank everyone coming here, and also Venerable Neminda and IBSC giving me this opportunity to share about the mindfulness of breathing, Anapanasati. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe here some of the participants already learn about the mindfulness of breathing for many years. And also maybe more knowledgeable than and I do. Anyway, today I like to share mindfulness of breathing based on the teaching of our great teacher, the Paul Seattle. So there are so many books written about the mindfulness of breathing, Anapanasati, because it is very popular meditation technique. And also the scholarly work you can find in the library, a lot of work already done about this topic. Well, here's Paul Doyasero. He guide meditation on different kinds of meditation, especially in this Seattle. Let the practitioner start from the mindfulness of breathing as the basis foundation. So today, I'm going to discuss two sessions. And first of all, as a topic, given topic, I will follow the mindfulness of breathing. And second session, I like to discuss about the mindfulness itself, because this is the mindfulness master program, right? So it is also important to identify what is mindfulness. In that case, I will refer the article written by the Venerable Bhikkhu Bodhi, very highly respected scholar. So for the first session, we will focus on the mindfulness of breathing. So here, in Pali, it is called Anapanasati. So how do you, for your understanding, how do you define mindfulness or breathing? How do you understand? I'd like to ask you first. And can anyone share your understanding about the mindfulness of breathing? If you have already read some article or some instruction you have already received, and please share. Also, the participant in Zoom and Venerable, please share your understanding about the mindfulness of breathing in brief. How do you understand? How do you define it? Good. Yeah, great. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Mhm. Mm. So, strong focus on the mind breath, right? Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you so much. And anyone else? Also can. Yes, please. Yeah, extending the mindfulness to the physical movement too, right? Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharon. Yeah. Yes. Mm. Oh, very good. Present moment awareness, right? Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. Everyone share our understanding how to define the mindfulness of breathing. And we can read the text, we can read the article everywhere. Nowadays very easy to have access online, but it is hard to hear. It is hard to listen. Anyone share their understanding, how they understand, how they define mindfulness in practical way, or but this is more practical learning. And also, yeah, actually, I really wish to learn and from the Zoom participant, but actually, if it is now, we will continue. So talking about the mindfulness of breathing based on the Anapanasati Sutta here in the reference in the English version, we usually refer to the Sutta number. So here MN, it refers to the Majjhima Nikaya. So Majjhima Nikaya and 118 is the Sutta number. Majjhima Nikaya 118 is Anapanasati Sutta. And also you can find the teaching of Anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, in airways in the Buddha teaching Tipitaka, called the text, Pali Canon itself, and in many places the Buddha mentioned, for example, in Digha Nikaya Mahasatipatthana Sutta, as one session of Kaya Nupassana, Satipatthana. Mindfulness of breathing is the beginning, the session of Kaya Nupassana, mindfulness contemplation on the body. So here, Pali term, Anapana and Sati. Anapana is breathing, Anapana, breathing, and Sati is mindfulness, so mindfulness of breathing. Then, so this is a complete meditation system. Why we say the complete meditation system? So some meditation system just reach to the concentration practice. So it can and have you to enhance your tranquility or your concentration only. You cannot go beyond that. You cannot reach to the insight meditation practice, vipassana meditation practice. It is limited. It is not a complete system. And for example, Asubha Bhavana, you follow, and you cannot reach to the higher level of jhana. But for the mindfulness of breathing, Anapanasati, you can practice all level of jhana as a concentration practice, samatha, and also you can reach to the practice of insight meditation, vipassana too. That's why we can say the mindfulness of breathing is the complete meditation system leading to. So the basic foundation of the concentration. So we establish the foundation of concentration with the mindfulness of breathing. And also until you attain the enlightenment. So the goal of Buddhist practice is for the attainment of enlightenment. So if the meditation technique can lead to the state of enlightenment, it is complete meditation technique. So mindfulness of breathing is that one. And also, we will discuss based on the Anapanasati Sutta. So here, the Buddha's promise, the Buddha gave the promise, if you practice and cultivate the mindfulness of breathing, and it will bring a great fruit and great benefit for you. So great fruit until the attainment of enlightenment, you can expand. And also nowadays, for modern adaptation, we say the modern adaptation in different area, just like Neminda said, the philosophical, also psychology and psychotherapy. So now especially we learn about the mindfulness in the psychotherapy area, the MBCT, maybe you already heard about that. MBCT, mindfulness based cognitive therapy, developed by the John Kabat-Zinn. So this is Buddhist informed psychotherapy based on the mindfulness practice. And here, what we can understand is the mindfulness of breathing can lift the fulfillment of the four foundations of mindfulness, Satipatthana. So if you study the Satipatthana Sutta, in the text itself, this is the one way or only way to attain Nibbana, Satipatthana. I mean, without the practice of Satipatthana, you cannot attain the enlightenment. Also, you cannot experience Nibbana according to the Satipatthana Sutta. And many of the translation emphasize the one way or only way. So our Paul theology emphasize as the only way to attain the Nibbana, and the other meditation teacher or the scholar, they complain about that. Why it is only way? There must be different way, right? Access to enlightenment. But anyway, we are not talking about that. And so Venerable Analayo, he translates as the direct path to realization, Satipatthana. So here, if you practice mindfulness or breathing, it will fulfill the four foundations of mindfulness. If four foundations of mindfulness are fulfilled, the seven fetters of enlightenment, Bojjhanga, very important topic of the Buddhist study and the practice. So Bojjhanga, seven fetters of enlightenment. And also the last one, knowledge and liberation. So here, true knowledge in Pali is called Vijja. So the Buddha's qualities, Vijja, Charana, Sambhana, Vijja here, the true knowledge, Vijja. And liberation from suffering. In Pali, it is called Vimutti. So Vijja, Vimutti. Vijja and Vimutti come together to experience Nibbana. So these are subsequent benefits from the practice of mindfulness or breathing, Anapanasati. Then how this become complete path? And another important topic is the Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. This number become larger, 37 enlightenment fetters, all the requisites for enlightenment. For one who want to become enlightened one, you need to complete the 37 requisites for enlightenment. These are called Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. These are also granted by the Buddha in the Anapanasati Sutta. If you practice mindfulness of breathing, the 37 requisites for enlightenment, Bodhipakkhya Dhamma, will be completed. And also it integrates both samatha and vipassana meditation. So this was very popular in the meditation, especially people like to practice vipassana, because vipassana lead to the enlightenment and also attain the nibbana and liberate from all kinds of suffering. But the samatha also very important practice as a foundation. And also sometimes we can say these two are complementary, each other, completing each other. Without the samatha, vipassana cannot be completed. Because here samatha, although it is translated as the tranquility, on the other hand, we can translate as a concentration. So, as you know, Noble Eightfold Path, the last one is right concentration. So without the concentration, we cannot complete the Eightfold Path. It will be only 7. So concentration practice, samatha, is also the important quality to complete the vipassana practice. Here, mindfulness of breathing, it covers both samatha and vipassana practice. And also, it provides a systematic progression from beginner to arahat. It fits for beginner, and also it fits for the intermediate level, advanced level, until the attainment of arahatship. Everyone can practice Anapanasati. So, talking about the practical approach to the mindfulness of breathing here. First of all, as mentioned in the sutta, like a different meditation technique, here also mindfulness of breathing, we need a suitable environment. So if environment is not allowing you to practice meditation, you cannot. That's why whenever the Buddha gives the instruction for the meditation, Buddha asks the disciple to find a suitable place. So here, Gom going to the forest would be difficult. You know, you cannot go to the forest. Sometimes even, you know, they don't allow government, don't allow to go there, and for some reason. And also here, food or the tree, okay. And the last one, very important, secluded place. Secluded place here is quiet. Closer. Okay. Yes. Thank you. And quiet place, the minimal disturbance. If environment quiet to allow you to focus on breathing, you can focus on your breath. It's okay. So now you get the suitable place and you continue. Even in the bus or in the train, you have people around, but they are not disturbing. If they are not disturbing you and allowing you to focus on your own breath, it's okay. You can consider I'm in suitable place. And secluded is two-way, mentally secluded and physically secluded. Sometimes now here, we just practice meditation for 15 minutes. We are not secluded physically. We are connecting each other, sharing the same room. But after closing, we are not disturbed by noise. And we can find mental seclusion. So shutting out all of our sense. Then we pay attention on our meditation object. At that time, we can say a mentally secluded place. And mental comments, if you are sitting somewhere dangerous, so you cannot calm your mind down because you have a concern about something dangerous. That's why that is not the right place. And also, as I mentioned, that even you are in the middle of the crowd, if you ignore them, the noise will not disturb you. But sometimes it is hard. Our mind, when we try to meditate, even the smallest voice, still we are thinking, it's disturbing me, right? I mean, your mind is looking for any excuse because it does not like to stay in the meditation object. That is the problem. So if we are not meditating, that is not disturbing. The noise is not disturbing us, just like the fan or the birds around. They are not disturbing us. But when we are meditating, we think they are disturbing. That is not really disturbed by the noise. Your mind has a problem, right? So we need to find the mentally seclusion. And second one is the proper posture. As our participant, one of the participants talk about that, not only sitting. Now we can practice in all posture, in all activities, but here the Buddha recommend sitting posture because you can prolong your mindfulness, your concentration without disturbance of your physical pain. It's not many hours, but still you can maintain a few hours. For some meditator, they can meditate 3 hours, 4 hours continuously in the sitting posture. But for the standing posture, it is hard. So that's why you should learn how to keep yourself in the proper posture, sitting cross-legged, very common way of meditation, and literally straight, banging, you cannot maintain long. So this is the posture, proper posture. And here, basic technique. So this more practical way. So it just the mindfulness established before you, actually before meditating, or breath breathe in mindfully, breathe out mindfully. Here also, different meditation technique, a practical way, they emphasize how to focus, breathing in and breathing out. So some meditation teacher guides their follower to follow inside, because the breath consider is not only in the nursery points, it comes through the whole body, starting from the navel, based on that, and then come through the whole body and then out. So considering all the way of the breath as the breath, the object of meditation, and then they instructs to follow internal point too. But our most venerable Paul Sayadaw, he instructs just keep the attention on the breath, especially at nostril point or the upper lip around, to observe the breath in and out. Because he mentioned that if we follow the whole breath, we don't need to say in and out. So in and out is here, the gate. So if we talk about that, somebody coming in, I mean coming through the door, right? And going out through the door. So nostril point and upper lip is the point we should observe the breath. So pay attention on the breath, keeping your focus at the nostril point or upper lip around. And breathing in, just breathe in. The breath is going in, the breath is going out. Just know it. You don't need to. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. You don't need to do that. And just to aware the breath in, out. Naturally happening. And also when the mind wander around, this is common, or we should not be disappointed. Or we should not blame ourselves for being wandering around. The mind naturally go around at that time, calm down and smoothly and take him back to the breath, return to the breath. So in this way, you can practice. This is very beginning. So if you're aware the breath going out and coming in, so this is the beginning point you are practicing. If you are not knowing, you are not being aware of breath, just always going around, wandering around, you are not practicing. You are just sitting there, right? So in the meditation retreat, one of our, our yogi meditator report that. So Sayadaw, I practice Anapanasati. Okay, good. How do you practice? I sit in this way, and then I pay attention on the breath through the nostril point and the upper lip around. I know a few breaths. Okay, then after that, my mind, he said, go out, wander around. Okay, never mind. When it's calm, when I hear the gong, so the bell ring and it come back. Also, after a few times, it goes, the whole session wandering around. So don't let go around all the time. So take him back many times. But don't be disappointed. Do not blame yourself. And if you cannot do that for the beginner, so we suggest, it's not mentioned in the text. In the text, it means the Pali Canon itself. It's mentioned in the commentary how to train ourselves. So counting method. So breathe in and breathe out 1. Breathe in and breathe out 2. And breathe in, breathe out 3, and up to number 8 we go. Why we don't go farther beyond that, and then 9, 10, 11 something? So if we are going a larger number, the mind have a concern or making mistake or counting, busy. So your mind cannot be aware of breath anymore. The just counting is not meditating, right? So So 8 is a good amount, up to the 8. You can make it 6 or 7 according to your preference. Just to be helpful for keeping our mindfulness on the breath. Number is not that important. But if you make it just 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, also like too busy to restart. That's why the suggestion usually around 6 to 6, 7, 8 is the best. Anyway, whatever number work for you, it is for you. And continue. If the mind is wandering too much, and you can come down by counting method until the mind settle with the breath. If the mind come to the breath, it's there, and then you can aware of the breath. You don't need to count anymore. Just keep going, observing the breath. So this is the very basic practical method. So before we continue to the Satipatthana Anapanasati Sutta test, the technique mentioned in the test, and do you have any question about what I mentioned so far? Any comment? Is clear? Okay, thank you very much. So let's continue about the fourth set of instruction. So the first set is the body contemplation, samatha development only. So for the first set, is related to the body contemplation only. And by that stage, you can develop concentration only. You cannot continue, you cannot reach to the inside meditation with Vipassana. And for the second set, it covers the feeling. So contemplation of feeling. So now, so many of our meditator, they misunderstand mindfulness of breathing is only on the breath. Mindfulness only on the breath. That is the first level, is only the first stage. So for the second set, it covers the feeling too. And for the third, it covers the mind. And for the last, Dhamma is phenomena, is everything. That is why mindfulness of breathing is the complete system of meditation until the attainment of enlightenment. Otherwise, only the physical body or the breath itself, it cannot cover to the whole set of meditation technique. So for the last is pure vipassana. So in the middle, second and third stage, integration of samatha and vipassana practice. Okay, so you will understand here. So this is the translation of the test I've taken from the Benefit Power Shadow is writing. So if you want, and we can share that afterward. So the first set of 4. So here the Buddha explained observing the breath. You understand if the breath is long, so I breathe in long, just recognizing duration. It is not the physical structure of the breath. It's duration, how long you breathe. That is, if you think long, it's long. If you think short, it is short. You cannot compare your breath and others' breath, right? At the moment of meditation. So you just recognize, oh, this breath is long. Okay, this is long. And this breath is short. You can recognize as short. And number 3, I shall breathe in the experience in the whole breath body. Here, in the text, you see kaya, sabha kaya. Kaya usually translated as body. But here, because we are talking about the breath, the whole body, the whole kaya refers to the breath, the whole breath, beginning, middle, and the end. When the breath starts, we can say this is the beginning of the breath. Until it reaches to the end, we can say in the middle of the breathing. So this is the middle part of the breath. And when it is end, this is the end of the breath. So when we pay attention on the breath from beginning to the end, that is, we are experiencing the whole body of the breath. So number 3 is experiencing. It means you are observing, completely focusing on the breath from the beginning to the end. You are not, your mind is not wandering beginning or middle or the end. Sometimes we recognize the breath in the middle. We miss the beginning point. And sometimes we recognize the big point or the breath, but in the middle, our mind wanders around. But at the end, we have to experience the beginning and enhance your quality of mindfulness, your quality of concentration. And also the last one is tranquilizing the body formation. So actually, body formation here refers to the breath itself. In the in the test, in many places, Kaya Sankhara refers to the breath itself. So tranquilizing, coming down. So when you are practicing mindfulness on the breath, Anapanasati, your breath becomes subtler and subtler, more and more subtle, smooth. And sometimes the meditator report, I lost my breath. Yes, of course, because it becomes subtle. Your mindfulness power is not enough to focus on that, and then you lost it. In that case, we need to enhance our quality of mindfulness so that we can focus on the subtle breath, very smooth breath. Smoothly you are breathing and breathe out, but focus on it. In that case, your mindfulness and your concentration become stronger and stronger. This is a we are practicing. Yes. Zoom. Is now okay? Oh, Wi-Fi.